Brightest blessings, everyone. Psychic medium Elizabeth Grove, the Paranormal Priestess. Welcome to the Paranormal Priestess YouTube channel, straight from the spirit chair every Sunday. I hope all of you are doing well. It is November. Wow, we are almost finished with the year. Pretty incredible. I can't believe how fast time goes. If you are new to the channel, my name is Elizabeth. I am an angelic medium. I am a spirit medium. I'm also a spirit extractor specialist, but I also happen to be a divine twin flame on the path to reunion, and it has been amazing being here on YouTube, also being able to share my gifts with those in private sessions and private clearings and things like that. Really just so blessed and so grateful, and this is certainly the time of year where being very grateful is super important. I mean, not that it's not important to be grateful at any time of year, but with Thanksgiving, certainly it's a time to count our blessings and reflect on just how far we've come and all the important things in our lives, all the important people, the roles that they've played, and how we have really just gathered in so many things that we have worked very hard for and we're able to manifest in our lives. So in the northern hemisphere, here it is in the dark time of the year. It's very chilly here in New York. Yeah, and it had a great Halloween celebration. Went to a really awesome party. My brother does an amazing job every year, and he really enjoys building all types of monsters and doing a whole big thing. So it was really awesome, and I hope everyone who loves Halloween, loves Samhain, had a really great time. Perhaps you did a ritual to speak to your ancestors, connect with them. Perhaps you had a lot of fun bringing your kids trick-or-treating. Perhaps you went to some Halloween events that were really, really fun. Whatever you did, I hope that it was just a great time. So it's my favorite time of the year for sure. I am going to be sharing the November messages, and for any of you who are new to the channel, I bring forth messages that are straight from my team, straight from my spiritual guides, my angelics, and I certainly do it more than once a month, but I like to give the overall general messages for the collective every month. And here we are in November, and I have to say that November's messages are just, they're so exciting. They're so refreshing, just like the crisp, chill air here in New York. So refreshing. Such a renewal, such a feeling of just renewal and rebirth, and we're going to talk about that. And just so you know, if these messages somehow don't resonate with you personally, or maybe some of them do or some of them don't, that's okay. So I just want to make sure that everyone knows that these messages are for the mass or for the collective. Personal sessions are available with me where we get into specifics. We get to really into the specifics with the mediumship, the details of your own personal journey, what's going to help you, what's going to clarify things for you, validate, what are the tools and how to use them for your journey. Those are the things that I offer for personal sessions, and you can find that on the paranormalpriestess.com. And I leave all of my information on how to contact me in the description. So check my description. That's how you would contact me, or follow me on Twitter or like my page on Facebook. All of that's there. But if there are messages that don't resonate, that's fine. And if they do, that's fantastic. And I'm really hoping that they do, that they help those of you who are maybe having some trouble listening to your own intuition or tapping into what your angels and your spiritual guides are trying to reveal to you. Perhaps you are, but you're still a little bit unsure and you'd like to have that extra validation. Then these messages, I hope, help you out. So for this month, I got the messages. I wrote them down as I got them. I literally just put on some frequency music, tune in, and start writing. But I can get it in various ways. I can get it directly. You can get it in this way, which is automatic writing style. But I have all these notes here, and I'm going to be going through some of the messages. So for November, the month of November, it is a rebirth, as I said. It is a gateway to a new connection. So for those of you who are on Divine Twin Flame Partnership paths, and you know who you are, even if you're still questioning it just a little bit, hopefully you're not any longer. But these messages are definitely going to bring out a lot of excitement. I really do feel that. This is a brand new connection that's happening here. Okay, and I say that because there is this sense of just surety now. There is this sense of clarity now. There is this sense of ultimate trust, surrender, and there is definitely this feeling of empowerment that's going on. The October month brought in tons of power, in which we're experiencing now. So we're experiencing the power of our own selves, the power of our own being, and what that brings, what beauty it exudes, our gifts, our talents, who we are at a soul level. Just feeling like that, almost like that superhero type of feeling there. We're really feeling our sovereignty, feeling that goddess, that God. And it's incredible. And it's really going to help to push things forward. It has been helping to push things forward. And actually, I really want to start with the message that I have lastly here on this. And the message is standing tall and conquering all in the heart. And yeah, that is a really, really big one for the month of November. Standing tall and conquering all within the heart space. And we feel like at this point, especially divine feminines out there, that we can conquer it all. We've been through so much. There's been so many obstacles. There's been a lot of triggers. This journey tends to bring a lot of people down to their knees and having to look at the shadow self and look at things that we really don't want to look at about ourselves. And of course, if you're in a twin flame connection, it's a mirroring partnership, and twins are always triggering each other. They're mirroring things that are, they're difficult things that are not you. They're not truly you. They're preventing you from stepping into your true authenticity, your true alignment. Those are the things that we look at. Those are the things that get triggered. And they're hard things to have to face and work through and heal. A lot of it it really feels almost like a mental prison sometimes. And the emotional roller coaster. Yeah, really very difficult. But I have to say, though, this dynamic now is at this place for November where the divine feminine are truly expressing themselves unapologetically and truly expressing their light, sharing their light with the world, recognizing their light, embracing their light, embracing all those things that uniquely make them them. And it's a beautiful thing. Habits, patterns. I heard that habits are disappearing, patterns are dispersing, and they're well on their way. This is how it was said to me, so I wrote it as I heard it. Very true. Okay, habits and the patterns and getting to the real bottom of things. That, of course, has been for a while for many. We have to go through all those layers of our patterns, our beliefs, our stories, all of those types of things. But now they're well on their way of being completed. And so much of it, I'll say, has been completed. And that's why we have this rebirth now, this sense of renewal, this sense of empowerment, this sense of inner peace and harmony within. And it's incredible. It's an incredible feeling, and it's a feeling that prevents you from being bothered by those little things in the 3D world, bothered by those things that would have normally triggered you. It also steers you away from any types of jealousies, any kind of envy of anyone else's life. that victimization, that's just not there. And it's that's a true gift. I have to say that's really a true gift, because how many times on this particular journey, if you are a twin flame or if you're a light worker, you're on a spiritual journey, have you felt maybe sorry for yourself, or felt like, why is this happening to me, or why do they have that and I have to go through all of this? Why does someone else have a marriage, or they have a relationship and they have children, and I want those same things? Why do I have to go through this? And a lot of times we put ourselves in this space where we feel like we're trapped. Rather than recognizing the journey from a higher place, we perceive it as being trapped. And that's not happening any longer. We're feeling really empowered by everything that we've learned thus far, everything that we have gathered. And we're feeling just blessed by it all. Again, a perfect time for November, that we're feeling this, that we are acknowledging this, that we are standing strong in that. Beloveds are coming into a state of harmonic balance. Yes, that's all. We are able to achieve the harmony, the balance within, as we are releasing so many of those things. We are achieving that balance of all the elements within, also, within and without, as above, so below, everything balanced. That's what's going to bring us into that state of true peace, that true empowerment, driving things forward. Anytime we are out of balance, that's when dis-ease actually happens. That's when toxicity happens. And dis-ease or toxicity is in a mental way, an emotional way, a physical way, a spiritual way, all of those things. So yes, because of all the really hard work that we have done thus far, we are now starting to step into that harmony. And I really say this to Divine Feminines, that you're pretty much almost there. You feel it, you know it. Let me know in the comments below, you know it. You've stuck with yourself when you felt like you couldn't do it, or you couldn't go on, where it was too hard. And you got through it, and you did it. And wow, you were all just incredibly beautiful, incredibly strong. I think of Wonder Woman, and I think of the Amazon women, honestly. Just incredible warriors, spiritual warriors, warriors of love. And that's really quite an inspiration to your divine masculines, and they're benefiting so much from that. The divine masculines are shattering all walls that have been put up to self-love. And the key word here is shattering. So things are coming down, like the tower, coming down very, very quickly, where things are being realized at a conscious level. And they are really doing the work, as I've talked about in other videos. And this is really a beautiful thing. Their retrieval of their true identity is what I have here. They're having remorse for any betrayals, hardships, denials, deception, illusionary faculties is how I heard it. So illusionary thoughts, and stepping into a strong awareness of their own heart. And I heard that they shall proceed from great convictions of the heart. Yes, this was Archangel Michael. I remember telling me this one. Proceeding from great convictions of the heart. They are continuously shattering all of the traumas from childhood, shattering all the false identities and beliefs, all the stories that they've told themselves. And they are consistently moving forward with releasing any and all projections from ancestors, from their family, whether they've been through abuse, whether they've been through divorce, whether they've been through neglect. They are sitting with things. That's what I'm getting a lot to. They're going within, they're sitting with things, they're processing a lot. So they're processing a lot of what they have been through and what they've achieved and what they've learned so far, but they're really getting to the bottom of things, underneath the surface of, growing up and what they've been through and how that's shaped them and how it's distorted a lot of their views, and that has distorted a lot of their decisions and choices with how they proceed in relationships, how they proceed with their work, how they've perceived themselves. And so there's a lot of reflection here going on, a lot of the divine masculines doing the work, absolutely, and they're doing it, and they're doing it in a big, big way. They're feeling renewed. They are not walking away from the work. They are not turning away from their divine feminines and not turning away from the signs and synchronicities and the things that they have been experiencing. Majority of them in private, behind closed doors, in the closet, if you will. They know that they've tried to test it in the past. They know that it doesn't work, and the things that they've discovered about this connection can't be ignored. The emotions about it, a lot of emotional energy still going on with November, tons of emotion, tons of water energy. They are going through a very deep, deep cleansing and purification, without a doubt, and all very much in an accelerated manner. The falling away of patterns, yes, at the deep level, the strength and the power to face all fears. Okay, and these changes will be made for all to see. So even though for Divine Feminine, if you're not seeing the physical changes yet, what I'm getting from so many of you on a collective scale, really, I'm getting is that you're actually not even caring if you're seeing the physical changes yet. You are not clocking it. You are not trying to find out on social media. You are doing your own thing. You are doing you. You are focused on you. You are celebrating you. And you're celebrating this connection for what it is and everything that you're picking up. I'm getting that the Divine Feminine are truly just taking in everything about this connection that they're getting intuitively, everything that they're feeling, everything that's happening telepathically, mentally, emotionally, everything that their body's feeling. They're using all of their senses to really tap into this connection, and they're trusting that finally, and not arguing with it, and that's a great thing. Staying very present with it, not needing to look for the proof and think, oh my gosh, maybe this isn't happening. Maybe I am receiving this incorrectly. So many of the Divine Feminine are trusting it without seeing it. And that is really going to enable you to see it. That it's really ironic. This whole dynamic is very ironic because it's the opposite of everything that we've learned. This is an inward connection that's going to be made outward. So this is a spiritual connection, an energetic connection. And with this spiritual, energetic love, energetic connection, once we're able to clear out all the energy that is not serving the higher vibration, the higher frequency of this connection, then we're able to really tap into it, embrace it, align with it, and allow that to open us in all sorts of beautiful ways. And once we're able to achieve our alignment from this energetic connection within, and we feel that we don't need it any longer, we don't need to cling to it, we don't need to stay so attached to it, we can let go of the physical aspects of it and just stay with the love. Enjoy the love in each and every moment, and every time a communication happens, whether it's spiritual or whether it's physical, we just see it as connecting. We're not comparing anything, saying the physical is any better than what we're experiencing on the inner levels, and staying really detached like that and honoring the connection like that and allowing that to bring you peace. That's when things manifest and they show up in the physical reality. That's truly unconditional. And I really feel that the feminine are in that place. That's how I'm getting that. Strong solar energy. This is something else that came through. I didn't get many details on this, but strong solar energy coming through is strong solar light streams. Coming to Earth containing light codes and expanding the light grid systems. So see how you resonate with that. I'm getting a lot of strong solar energy, or something about strong solar energy, light, or the streams of solar light coming in with light codes for the Earth. And this is assisting the planetary ascension of things. Really great. Just goes to show you how much of a miracle all of this is, and how it's just divinely orchestrated. So yeah, strong self-alignment on both ends for divine feminine and masculine. Higher self-anchoring, higher consciousness expanding. I've talked about this before in other messages, but please understand that when messages are seemingly repeated, it's for a reason. It's to have the collective understand that these things are still happening, but at a different level, on a deeper level, higher level. We're going to that next stage of this. So we have the higher self-anchoring, we have the higher consciousness expanding, divine feminines, this is almost complete, divine masculines quickly following. Okay, and that's quite exciting. So feminine, keep shining your light, keep shining your torch, keep standing in your power, keep staying detached, keep yourself in the space of my divine masculine is doing amazingly well. He or she, divine masculines, are stepping in to what they need to do for themselves, and you are cheering them on. Stay in that space of cheering them on and allowing everything to unfold, and they are absolutely just in awe of your power right now. That's how I get this higher intelligence in the form of messages coming in regarding purpose and mission and how to expand it. These ideas will be seeds to reflect on. That's what I heard. So expect some changes to happen with your missions, with your purposes, how you'll proceed. I have to say that word. How you proceed with it, how you will do your work. For some of you, you're getting some ideas on how you can make specific changes. Don't ignore what you're receiving. Some of you maybe have gotten very very used to how you do things, and you're set in your routine or stuck in your routine there. And the messages here are to not get so attached to your routine and how you're doing your purpose, because you're going to be growing in your purpose. And as things keep expanding, leading up to the union or reunion, I'll say, in the physical, definitely expect changes. Go with the flow with things. Allow things to keep changing and expanding. And, pay strong attention to the signs and symbols you're getting now. It could be through dreams, it could be through visions. Pay attention to what you're hearing, what you're feeling inside, those psychic impressions. The raven medicine, the raven totem is the messenger, the divine messenger. And you're going to be receiving some ideas on how you can make things better with your work. And of course, this is going to help so many people out there. And you're going to be using much more of your talent, much more of your ability. And this is also going to result in a lot of abundance. All areas. Prosperity, well-being, health, love, of course, everything. So just be very aware of what comes through, and you might want to jot some of those ideas down. and everything will be revealed to you in time. If you're not understanding some things or not sure how you're going to put some of these pieces together with your work and your purpose, that's okay. You don't have to force anything. The answers will come in good time. So just be aware of that. Yes, it's a time of rebirth. Okay, so the symbol of babies, and it's going to be like you're living in the world for the first time. That's that sense of renewal. That's that sense of new beginning. And it's such a great thing, such an exciting feeling. New adventures await. Unicorns of purity, unicorns of innocence, magic, healing. The message here is that the unicorns are actually surrounding the divine masculine collective very strongly at this time, helping them to heal their hearts, helping them to find that purity of the child and the things that had been upsetting when they were a child, the things that felt lonely or they felt abandoned or they felt neglected, or whatever the case may be. The unicorns are helping that inner child healing, and they're helping to soothe the divine masculines. They are helping to bring beauty and magic in, and to bring that in where there has been primarily analyzation and logic, rationalizing, all of that, where the masculines have tended to be more stemmed in the analytical and the logical. So the unicorns are bringing in all of those other things to help balance them out, help them to heal. So that's a beautiful thing. I have been seeing a lot of unicorns, and they bring in the rainbow spectrum, by the way. So, all of the colors of the rainbow, they have their own healing properties, their own frequencies, and this is very much helping the masculines. I get a lot of rest for the masculines, rejuvenation. I'm getting this for the divine feminine too. I get a real resting time, rejuvenation time, regenerating time, reflection time, and it's well needed. And the timing of it, don't worry about that. Just allow it and just stay with it, because it's really going to give so many benefits here. Contacts with the higher plane of intelligence will be leading all messages from beyond. Contacts with higher plane intelligence will be leading all. There'll be messages from the beyond that will be assisting with knowledge necessary for growth. Yes, so that's kind of just expanding on what was said before. Lots of messages, and this can include messages from ancestors, as I've spoken about. Okay, this can be ancestors from this lifetime, but it can also go further than that. So just be aware of your spirit guides wanting to connect with you. They're also connecting, if you are a divine feminine, they're connecting with the divine masculine, and they're really helping out. They're really assisting. And so there's really nothing to worry about there, which is peace in itself. The water element, as I said, really dominant here with the releasing, the gentle release though. I get the gentle release of anger, sadnesses, grief, any kind of turbulent emotions, and it's that gentle release that's going to bring out of turbulence and into just gentle flowing waters. Everything feels very, very fluid. Everything from emotional release to the fluidity of receiving psychic insight. So water element, definitely the water elementals I recommend working with at this time. Let's see what else. Yeah, the light, they're saying the light is really going to shine very, very greatly on the shadow selves. Okay, so things are going to be very clear as to what's left to heal. And the divine feminine and the divine masculine, they are clicking in very, very strongly. as to what needs to be healed and what's going on with the other. So that communication is very strong, very deeply merging. And so there's going to be no question as to what's happening in your dynamic. And that's a great thing because you are able to work even that much more closely together. So even if you're not with each other in the physical, as usual, it doesn't matter with this type of dynamic. You'll be picking up things very directly, very quickly, through signs, synchronicities, numbers, emotional and mental telepathy, whether subconsciously or consciously, and you'll just know where the other one is at, and you'll be able to shift things that much more quickly. Awesome thing. Just goes to show you how fast everything is going, and that sense of just renewal and rebirth here with standing in our power, and especially the Divine Masculine Collective really saying, hey, I'm ready to start over. I do get that strongly. The Divine Masculines want to start over. They want a new beginning. They want to do this. They want to understand this connection, make this connection work. They realize that there's no one else that's going to be able to give them that type of feeling, that's going to be as supportive, as loving, as accepting as the Divine Feminine has been. And they're releasing a lot of those things that they felt that they did the Divine Feminine wrong, and all of those emotions and thoughts that they're holding on to, they're leaving that all behind, and they're starting over. So certainly a new beginning there. All interferences and obstacles are being removed on a mass scale. I really loved hearing this from Archangel Michael, in order to fully align with the heart and embody higher consciousness. So this is great. So, I have been getting about really protecting your union, protecting your energies. Of course, that's always important. But I'm also reminding everyone what they reminded me, is that the angels are always protecting you. They're always there for you. They're always going to assist, and they are, removing interferences and obstacles, and they're doing it collectively. They are addressing anything that might be trying to get in the way of your alignment, your beloved's alignment, and your union coming together. So this is definitely a wonderful thing, and another thing that puts us at peace. I always recommend working with Archangel Michael and his legions of blue angels, his blue sword, his shields. Of course, we have, Goddess, God, the divine source, Jesus Christ, the White Brotherhood of Ascended Masters, and all the angels are there. But really, Archangel Michael, I really get, is going to bat with removing all the obstacles, especially with the Divine Masculines. And, it's important to understand that the masculines are protected, they are safe, and they are being cleared, and they're getting everything that they need. So I'm getting the mass removal of dark beings, their energies, projections, manifestations, possessions, implants, devices, all of those things. I am getting it as this miraculous intervention to remove these things. Okay, so that's fantastic. Let's see if there's anything else that I've missed. Yeah, diving deep into the waters of self. There's that water element again. Divine Feminine, your love and compassion are needed to assist the Divine Masculines with this rebirth. Yes, so there's a strong sense of compassion here that's going to be needed for November. Compassion energy of understanding that your Divine Masculine is going through now what you went through, and they're finishing up things very quickly, and to just have a compassion for a lot of the very hard emotions that they're going through, low emotions, low self-worth, the memories that are associated with that low self-worth, feeling undeserving of your love, wanting to find that nurturing aspect where perhaps they didn't have that growing up. So be that mother energy, be that strong goddess archetype, and send your love, your compassion, your nurturing energy to your masculine, and please know that it is assisting them, that your love is giving them wings to fly, and they are absolutely starting to soar now with their work. So fantastic, fantastic news. Roads are being paved, orchestration, preparation for manifested connection. This is all being assisted with intervention on a higher scale. This is time for humanity. This is so much bigger than just your own dynamic and the details that are happening with it. And right there, that helps us to feel very at peace, because we're all connected all across the world with this. This has been a long time coming, and the divine is helping with details, with the higher prep of this, the timing, orchestration, all of that. We're working in tandem with the divine, and the road is being paved. It is now time to watch for miracles to unfold. That's what I heard. Initiation and rites of passage for the divine masculines. They're being called. The initiation is a new beginning. And they are transforming. Rite of passage, transitioning, transforming, being initiated into a new life, into a new self, into a new life, into new perceptions, higher vibration, higher frequency, more clarity, and acceptance without running away from it. And they're stepping up and saying, yes, I want this. I want this for myself. I want to be with my beloved. I'm not going to run away from what's being triggered. I am going to think about it. I'm going to process it. I'm going to reflect upon it. And I am going to have victories for myself, and I'm not going to allow anything or anyone to dictate who I am. I am ready to go into myself and really find out who I am, not who I thought I was. So a lot of this work has already been underway, but that's where I'm getting the energy. I saw swans. Probably know what that means. Time to join forces in the physical world is what I heard. So union. The sadness of separation is over. Beloveds are allowing the truth of the heart space to dictate the next step. It is time to apply all inner concepts and truths learned to the outside world. There's the manifestation there. Has to happen inwardly before it can happen outwardly. The spillover into the physical reality is what I heard. Divine feminines, you have won your freedom. Yes, you have won your freedom. Congratulations, divine feminine. And now you pass the sword over to your divine masculine. They can do it. Divine feminines, the staying detached and honoring all that you have achieved, everything that you have learned, applying that in a practical way daily, staying very grounded and just following this journey is going to be the key to success with everything. Okay, your power and your beauty will be duplicated by the divine masculines in their own right. Okay, and I have to say it again. Standing tall and conquering all in the heart space. 1111 Gateway. It's coming. We are in the Mercury retrograde, and the Mercury retrograde is only going to assist with revision, revisiting, thinking about things again. Perhaps, things that have been ignored, things that have not been dealt with. Repressed emotions that haven't been acknowledged. There's a lot of viewing over. So Mercury has its perks, even though Mercury retrograde, of course, can be difficult with communication and technology and travel and all of that. But Mercury retrograde certainly does have its benefits here. So take advantage of what comes up, both for the divine feminine and divine masculine sides of what needs revision, whether it's a thought, an attitude, a belief, old emotions, or the way that you do things, the way that you do your work is what came up in the messages. That you're going to be revising your work and expanding your work is what I received. So just be aware of all those things. It's only going to help you, and it's only going to help your counterpart. And the 1111 gateway is something I'm super excited about. Really strong union energies coming in there. Gateway of consciousness, clarity, alignment, all of that. So, wow, I mean, what could I say? Amazing times ahead. I'm so glad that you've joined me on this channel. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this message. I know it was a little bit long, but I'm wishing you all the brightest of blessings. And remember, from the heart of the darkness is born the light. Take care, my friends, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye-bye.